Well, hello, Leo, and welcome to the Your Natural Healer channel. For those who don't know me, I am Tammy, and I'm very happy to have you here for your December Zodiac reading, in which we're going to do a Karma and Akashic reading. But before we get started, I would ask, if you haven't already done so, to please smash that subscribe button. It really does help. You can turn off the notifications. That's not going to offend me. I get it. I don't want my phone blowing up either, and everybody I subscribe to, which now I subscribe to everybody, I do turn those notifications off. Additionally, please leave a positive comment, even if it's just an emoji. Give the video a thumbs up, share it. All of those things help the YouTube formula in getting the content out there for other people to find. Okay, so in advance, thank you so much for your support. Really, really appreciate it. All right, so before we begin, everything's been cleansed with sage, but I'm going to go ahead and cleanse it with sound as well. Nothing like a little sound and vibration to make sure we get some good cards, or I should say you get good cards, Leo. So anyway, I'm going to be drawing from 3 different decks. Because I'm so limited on space, I am going to move these to off to the side with the candle flame here. I don't want it underneath here. I have a shelf there. See if you can see my messy shelf. And it's not really messy. Actually, it's not. But I don't want it to get hot, so I have this pulled a little forward. But I like the candle ambiance. So I've gotten some black kyanite for protection, some white selenite to transmute negative energy into positive energy for this reading. So I'm going to first draw from the traditional tarot deck. And, well, it's like the traditional tarot deck, excuse me. It's the same concept, but it's more modern, very artsy pictures. This deck is kind of stiff, so I have to kind of shuffle it in pieces. And I do use it a lot, actually, but it's really thick cardstock. So anyway, I'm a terrible shuffler as well, so just beware there. So I just want to say a couple things. First of all, I am connected to Leo energy right now. But that doesn't mean that I can connect to every Leo on the face of the earth. So while this is a reading for Leo, it may not resonate with you. And if it doesn't, please don't get frustrated. There's a couple things that you can do. You can either come back and watch the video at a later date, because this particular reading I do 3 times a year. So I'll do it again in April. So come back in 2024 if it doesn't resonate. Additionally, you could always sign up for a personal reading. My rates are very reasonable. You can go to yournaturalhealer.com, go to the services tab, and you can see all the different packages I have, or just shoot me an email. Now, if the reading does resonate with you, I want you to take your right hand, I want you to place it on your heart, and I want you to take a deep breath in and say, yes, I claim this for myself. And what that does is that basically affirms to the universe that you accept the reading, good or bad, and that you know what you need to do. Now, with that being said, this is especially for new people that are watching. If you are expecting what I call a rainbow and unicorn reading, this is not going to be the channel for you. I know there are readers out there that draw the cards in advance so they can paint this beautiful, happy picture. And I hope that that's the cards we draw. But it's like, why are you going to waste your time as a reader, and the people watching, why are you going to waste their time giving them a fake reading that's not channeled, not utilizing, your third eye, your intuition, and all those things? So, for example, if I draw the Tower card, I'm going to read the Tower, and you're not going to like it. And you know what? That's what's wonderful about tarot, is that tarot doesn't predict the future. This is not fortune telling. This is to give you insight on your current path and how it's moving forward and what you need to look out for, and maybe some things you need to change. All right. Remember, our future is subjective. It always changes. All right. So let's hope this is a good reading. So I'm going to draw 2 cards, and we're going to talk about karma first. Okay, Leo, so the first card that I'm going to draw, this is karma that's going on in your current space, or the very near future. And the card that you got is the 10 of Cups. Now look at that. There's a rainbow there. This is an outstanding card, Leo. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful energy. This is saying that you have, my goodness, you've done the work and you've put out those positive vibes. Remember that karma is good or bad, and whatever we put out into the world comes back to us times 3, and it has a ripple effect. So I always say, imagine dropping a pebble in water and you get the ripples. If you're putting positive energy out there, that spirals outward. And the same with negative energy. But again, whatever you put out comes back, and the universe is paying you back for this beautiful, beautiful, beautiful energy that you have been putting out into the world. Leo, I just everything is going to be on point. Your relationships, your jobs, emotionally, you're just going to be over the moon. Just perfection. I mean, you look at this couple, they're sitting on a rainbow and you got kids frolicking in the background. There's not a care in the world, all these beautiful colors. So everything is going to be on point for you here in your current space. Now, just remember, life is a duality, so this is not going to last forever, but this is definitely some karma that's being paid back to you, good karma that's coming back to you, Leo. There's really nothing more that I can say for that card. Just absolutely fantastic. I love it. I love it. I love it. I'm a Leo ascending. So you guys are like my first cousins. Just great energy, Leo. Just great energy. All right. So since we got all these beautiful blessings, this beautiful space and energy that you're moving into, as I said, life is a duality. It's not always going to be all sunshine and rainbows. So let's talk about a challenge that you may face during this period that could possibly interfere with this. And the card you got is the 2 of Pentacles. All right, Leo. So I think with everything that's going well, you're going to be definitely riding high. You're probably going to, if financially, if things are set, you're probably out spending some money, maybe going on vacations, doing new things, maybe even working a little harder at work because, you're about to get a promotion. Be careful, though, of juggling too much and taking on too many things, because I think that could happen, because sometimes it's like, you ever see somebody that, like in the movies, and I know it's the movie, so this is kind of a crappy analogy, but, they come into a lot of money and then, all of a sudden they're got all these cars and they're going shopping for new clothes and they're on the market for a new house and they're joining the country club and they're doing all these things. And the same can happen over here. So I don't know in what regard, and again, that's why I don't like general readings in this regard. This could be you're doing too much at work. It could even be doing too much family-wise. I mean, we all need balance. And that's what's going to be missing here is balance, because you are doing too many things at once. And think of a juggler. You ever seen a juggler that's got the balls or the bowling pins and they're throwing them up and they throw another one and they keep going and somebody throws another and they keep going. Eventually, they're going to have too many and they're going to drop. It's going to drop. Nobody can juggle everything in the world. So be really, really careful with taking on too much. And with that being said, I would really, really watch your I would watch the root chakra and the solar plexus, because I think with all this abundance and all this beautiful energy, this beautiful space that you're moving into, be careful that you don't take your security for granted, that you don't take things for granted in your life. And that's going to affect your root chakra. And I could see that maybe your root chakra starts spinning a little too fast. And the same with your solar plexus. I think that if you move into this space, you might get a little egotistical, a little cocky, a little full of yourself because things are just so perfect in your life, and don't let that happen. So watch out for that as well. Do some meditation on all of your chakras. If you work with crystals for your root chakra, until you find that so if you find that you're feeling this way, the crystals you would use to bring you back down until you're feeling even again, either white or clear crystals, use those with the root chakra. So something like selenite or clear quartz, excuse me, scolecite would be very, very beneficial. And then over here with the solar plexus, you would be looking at using blue crystals, lapis lazuli, some sodalite. Sodalite would actually be wonderful as well. And that'll help balance those energies back down. As I said, I don't know how long this is going to last, but it is going to be a very, very, as I said, beautiful space that you're going to be in where life just seems perfect. Enjoy it. Don't sit and wait for the other shoe to drop. But at the same time, don't start taking on a bunch of stuff that you don't need to, because then if you do, that's going to, ruin this beautiful energy over here. Okay. I'm going to get a quick sip of water. Okay. All right. So let's talk about now, let's tap into your Akashic Records. Now, I'm not going to be sitting here telling you all about a past life. I am going to draw one card from the Akashic tarot deck, and I'm going to move these cards over here, and I am running out of room. So we're just going to see something, tap into a past life to see what is maybe affecting this energies, whether, it's the past life that's affecting this, or if it's the past life that is maybe affecting, being the source of this challenge that you may face during this beautiful, beautiful energy that Leo is going to be beautifully, beautifully blessed with from the universe. I can't say beautiful enough because it's just absolutely fantastic. Okay. All right. So we're going to take the top card and let's see what you got, Leo. All right. It's a reverse card. It doesn't matter the four forces. This card says spring and autumn, but it was in reverse. And isn't that kind of cool if you look at the picture in reverse? So upright, we got this beautiful field of spring, and there we have autumn. And remember, depending on what side of the universe you're on, when it's spring here in the United States, it's fall, say, in South Africa. And when it's spring in South Africa, it's fall here in the United States. Now, so with this card being in reverse, it's not really bad. Not at all. This is just saying, it's going to be one or the other. Okay. Now in summer, and when it's spring is all about, fertility. And if you think of going out on the land, and that's when you're working the soil and planting the seeds for the upcoming year. And then the autumn is when the harvest comes about. So this card is about reaping what you sow. Okay. And showing gratitude. All right. So what this is saying is that give me 1 second. I'm just trying to see, because I'm getting the feeling it does affect both of it. I think that in a past life that you had a lot of abundance, okay? And I don't necessarily, I'm not getting that it was like, obviously the universe blessed you with abundance, but I'm almost feeling like, what's that Christmas, the Scrooge? I'm not saying you were a Scrooge, but he wasn't grateful for what he had. Everything was egotistical and selfish. And I don't think in this other lifetime that you had all these beautiful things, beautiful family, you put the work in and you reaped what you sowed, but you never showed gratitude. Okay. So, that's kind of carried over into this lifetime. And I think that, throughout your life, obviously you have had really fantastic, and like I said, life is a duality. We have the good with the bad. But I want you to think back to anything really super fantastic, or when you've had those fantastic periods in this life. Have you really thanked the universe for everything that was right? Everything that the universe blessed you with, whether it was family, friends, good health, a job, whatever. So I think that that's why this challenge is coming up, is that the universe is going to throw all these things at you. And of course, you're going to have to learn to say no and not to do things like that. And because you need to enjoy this period, but you need to show some gratitude as well. And, and you may say to yourself, maybe every time, and maybe, and I said this with this card, don't wait for the other shoe to drop. And I think that maybe in the past, in this lifetime, that every time something good happens, you're kind of like waiting for the floor to fall out. That it's like followed by some really bad period of like horribleness. So you're almost to the point like, well, I don't want anything super good to happen to me, because then it goes from one extreme to the other. And you shouldn't sit there and hold your breath and wait for the shoe to drop. Not at all. But you need to show gratitude. And I'm not talking about going and yeah, showing gratitude. Maybe, if your family is truly blessed, maybe you guys go out and volunteer at a soup kitchen, or go do some kind of volunteer Habitat for Humanity one day to go help, with someone's home or something. Just to put that kind of good vibe, because this is such highly and such great vibes, to put that out there and show the universe that, yes, I am truly, truly thankful for what I have. And thinking it and even saying it out loud, like, man, I am really, truly blessed. Sometimes that's enough, but I think in your case, it's not. You need to not only talk the talk, but walk the walk. If you're truly blessed to where everything is lining up because you're financially set, then maybe donate to a nice charity, whether it's an animal shelter or homeless people or veterans or like charities for the blind or something like that. Reap what you sow. And I believe if you do that, if you give back, and when I say physically, as I said, it's either giving your time or a donation. If you give back physically, this waiting for the shoe to drop is not going to happen. You're not going to have to worry about feeling like you're juggling all this stuff and that the bottom falls out from under you. And I think in the future, when you're blessed with wonderful things, that this will go bye-bye. It'll just move this beautiful space, and then it'll even out. And then, and it'll be like life. And the dips won't be so up and down. It might be up and then a little down and up and then just a little down. And I'm not saying you won't have those big dips, but it's not going to be like it has been in the past. And again, that is because of this past life that you had where you were so blessed and pretty much you were just really greedy about it. You didn't give back to your community. You didn't thank the universe. You didn't share your blessings with others. Okay? remember, you reap what you sow, and that's it. I mean, what you put out there is what you get back. Okay? All right, let's pull from this last deck, Leo. And this is a great reading so far. We're going to get a message from either an angel or an ancestor to maybe give you a little bit of guidance during this period, maybe to, make the understanding a little better. And this is actually really a really nice reading to be getting before the holidays, because the holidays is all about giving and spending time with your loved ones and being kind to all of mankind, and I know times are tough right now. This is not the best economy the last couple of years. And, but if you have a little, if you are truly blessed, you can give back somehow. It doesn't have to be a check. You can go spending one Saturday or a half a day giving back, it does, like I said, it doesn't have to be money. It does not have to be money, and so many people, oh, I'm so busy. You're not that busy. Trust me. If that's the case, look at how much time you spend on your cell phone, like on social media and stuff. Please make sure you give back either your time or money. And it's the season for that anyway. All right. Okay. Now let's see what message you got from an angel or an ancestor. And you got the Traveler. Move in a new direction. Well, that's just utterly fantastic, because that's what you're doing. You're moving into a direction that you understand, or that you're opening your eyes up and you're realizing that the universe is blessing you. Yeah, maybe you're not driving Porsches and living in a 10-bathroom mansion, but at the core, you really do have a blessed life, okay? And you need to accept that, show gratitude, and that's going to move you on a new path. And that is going to definitely rectify the karma from this past life, okay? And I know not everybody believes in past lives, and that's fine. So take it for what it's worth to you. But just if you enjoy the space, don't wait for the shoe to drop, and give back and be grateful. Let everybody that that whether it's a friend or family, that you love them. If it's a coworker, let them know you appreciate the smallest things they do, and be sincere about it. And, sprinkle that stuff like it's glitter. And you have been doing some beautiful things in your life. Continue to do it. But at the same time, be very grateful. All right, Leo, that's all I have for you. That was a beautiful reading. Thank you for watching. I hope to see you in some of the other readings. And that's all I have for you. So go live your best life, Leo, but do it the natural way. Namaste.